What's happening? What's happening? What's happening, my beautiful people? It's your boy Teflon from Paid the Cost Podcast with another episode of P. Diddy, an investigation of his ex-wife, Kim Porter. Now we're gonna sit here and talk about a few things that's been going on, in the case and an investigation of her death, in 2018. So sit back, enjoy, enjoy the content, push that like, subscribe for more material. There's been a there's been a lot of names come up lately with this Diddy controversy. The name that want to talk about specifically. That's the late great Kim Porter. Diddy's at his girlfriend. I mean, it's kind of strange that her name coming up. It's part of the conversation because it's really centered around her death, and that's what we're gonna get into a little bit. I never knew life without Kim. It just it's just crazy, and in the news a lot. Especially after he's been hit in the with a lot of sexual assault, physical violence, sex violence, narcotics, and not to mention that his homes was raided last month, and his sons was actually I think they were put in jail. No, they weren't put in jail. I think they was they were just detained, and I think that's all this is going back to his whatever the sex trafficking thing that he had going on in New York. There's been no arrests. There's just been no indictments. There've been no charges either. You know what I mean? But just the only one that's really been indicted was the guy that's supposed to have been the white guy that's supposed to be having the drugs that was bringing Diddy the drugs or something. And I guess but people think that they could be on the horizon. But hey, that's Diddy. But we should see. But all this going on. Let's talk about Kim Porter. Matter of fact, who is Kim Porter? Actually, she's originally from Georgia. I believe she was a model. She was an actress. She was in fashion shows. Matter of fact, she was on the magazine of I believe she was on Jet, in Essence, or one of those two. And she appeared. She was an actor also. She was actually in Law and Order. What else? Wicked Games, I believe. But actually, no. But what she really got known for was really just being with Sean Diddy Combs. I think she started dating him in the 90s. Kind of like everybody else. They was on again and off again. I think they had. I think matter of fact, they had a son. Their first son was Christian, I believe. And that was actually April 1st. It's an April Fool's Day, huh? But actually, she had another son before Christian, but she had him by Al Be Sure. But Diddy considered that guy Quincy his son. He had raised him ever since he was a little baby. But they had an on again and off again relationship, Diddy and them. But in 1999 they broke up, I believe. Then I think they had a nasty court battle over custody, but then after that, Diddy ended up going with J-Lo after that. And I got Jenny off the block. And so especially, matter of fact, when he got with J-Lo, I believe in 1999, I want to say they were in a nightclub. They was in a shooting in the nightclub, and that shooting that was in that nightclub, um, that caused Shine to go to the penitentiary. But they say reports say that Puffy had paid somebody to take the fall for him that night, and saying that um, um, they was together, but they actually after that 2003, him and Porter got back together, and then 2006, I believe they had two kids. I think I want to say twins, and so I think they broke up in 2006 because he was reported cheating. I want to say Kim was pregnant, and with their twins, and he already had another girl pregnant. I mean, and I think one of her friends told her that, but I'm not really sure how. But at this time, when a woman, you gotta remember, when a woman's pregnant, it's kind of hard to get her for her to accept that you cheating on her, and for her to um, understand, and then just act like it's not nothing. So, but I think after the babies were born, I think he told the truth about the baby. But make a long story short, they tried to reconcile, but I want to say in 2007, I believe that was the year that they ended it for good, and I think um they get her to say to a interviewer, he asked her was she scared to leave him, and she said no, not at all. She said no, not at all. But she said she wanted him to be dramatic, but she wanted to know that she wasn't breaking up with him for like 2 weeks. But I think she said, she, pack up the kids or whatever, she gone. So I think she was more on. She said she was more on actions to the point where she said, she got to go ahead and leave Puffy. So that was the November 15th, 2018. Kim was found dead in her home. They said at 11:40 a.m. They found her unresponsive and she was dead on the scene. Initially, the Los Angeles medical coroner hospital said the cause of death was deferred, actually depending on additional tests. But then January 2019, 20 months later, low bar pneumonia, and it was natural, and they said cardiac arrest. But it was reported that she had a flu-like symptoms or something leading up to her death, and it was like water bottle, Pedialyte, sports drinks, and sound like dehydration. But I don't understand, how the coroner, in any way, change the manner of death. I really don't understand, and since her death, Combs have Puffy, Diddy, or whoever you want call him. He was reported, speaking, publicly about her death, he ever, and I believe he posted a tribute, when it would have been her 50th birthday of 2022. Matter of fact, when he was accepting the BET award, he said something like, "I just miss Kim, y'all. I want to say thank you to Kim." But then, matter of fact, in 2023, he said she was the inspiration behind this song to her. He actually was quoted as saying that I will always, say that I can't make a hit record unless my heart was broken. So he's like, just a vulnerable state that you was in. When I lost Kim, it broke my heart forever. But actually, on her 53rd birthday, December 2023, he put something on Instagram, something about I missed you, Kim. Be without you forever. Someone, but having to say all that, with all this being, legal stuff going on with Diddy, and under the spotlight, you gotta understand that's a conspiracy theory. It's been going on for a couple of years, but a lot of times it seems like it's being amplified, especially like right now, because this conspiracy theory is all about this. It's saying that Porter's death ain't what it seems. Now check it out. For example, Donald Trump Jr. Went on an academics podcast and said that his ex-wife Vanessa was friends with Porter, and she said when Porter died in 2018, Vanessa called him and said, "Something is up with that." He talking about this. That said that she was really afraid of him. I mean, that's what he said. She was having conversations with his ex, and that's Trump Jr. But he's like, don't know how people like die of pneumonia. You know what I mean? But I'm not trying to, have a little rumor. But that's somebody, a conversation I had with somebody. Well. But these are the conspiracy theories that's popping up online. That's where they'll make you or break you. But actually, I'll be sure. What's going on? Sorry about the interruption. Kick that plug a little bit, so it knocked my thing off. So, but like I said, now, like I said, rumors are popping up all across. Online everywhere. And Al B. Sure, the father Quincy, he reportedly said Porter told him that she was running from someone and had to call the FBI or something. And 2020, Brown reportedly reported on Instagram, I do know Kimberly didn't actually check out all of a sudden, but that's some bull s. This is why I get in trouble. And actually, then he claimed that that the initial coroner's report said it was a homicide, and said they found toxins in her body that she was being poisoned. So whoever Jaguar writes in 2022, she said Kim died from a pneumonia, but the first coroner report, she said that the first coroner report said that it was a homicide and they found toxins, but poisons are some that create that stuff, but actually they said it was violence with with Porter and Diddy, and so that goes from back then. But my man Gene Deal said he told the Art of Dialogue that Porter attacked Combs in self-defense one time. Actually, he was recorded saying that one night they was at home and Kim wanted to put his hand. I mean, Diddy wanted to put his hands on Kim, and she took a corkscrew and ripped his wrist up. And I guess it must have hit his artery or somewhere right there. You know what I mean? Like I got that hurt because I got that happen. So he must have supposed to have hit an artery, and so he had to go to the hospital. And I guess that reportedly that's what's supposed to got him on pills and misusing them. So I don't know. All this alleged. You got to remember all this alleged. So I don't. There's been allegations of foul play, but I myself, I mean, I'm not going to lean, to that, that part of, it's calling it foul play. I'm just gonna, say that, because around that time, I mean, this COVID thing, and it was hitting a lot of people at a young age and compromising our life, but the internet can, it can deter your mind and make you think certain things. The internet is it's undefeated. So all you gotta do is put those, those allegations out there, and then the internet will run with it. So I think just personally, that he had nothing to do with that, planning of, of his kids, mother's death or nothing like that, man. So I'm not gonna put that on him. I mean, other things, he may be guilty of, I don't know, but all those are alleged. But I can feel safe to say I don't think that he had nothing to do with, Kim Porter's death. So like I said, now that's excuse me, that's what my opinion of that is. So push that like button, go subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll catch you on the next episode of Paid to Cost Podcast. Your active and attractive host, Teflon Don. Let's get it.